If you pay attention to this video, you will not only know how to fix your U-turns, but you will also know how to help your friends improve theirs. So I am back here at the Salt Creek Community Park in one of my favorite parking lots, and let's go over 5 ways to fix your U-turns. All 5 of these also apply to any motorcycle you have, including scooters and DCT bikes. So number 1, you need to go quicker. You need to go quicker than what you think. So a lot of times when I say slow speed turns, like all my MotoJitsu drills I have, people actually go too slow for these turns. So number 1, you need to go a little bit quicker, which will in turn give the bike more lean angle. A lot of times when I'm talking about slow speed turns, people think I mean 5 miles per hour, and that is simply not true. I just mean less than 15, and more often than not, I'm between 8 and 12 miles per hour doing circles, doing my MotoJitsu drills, doing whatever I'm doing. The faster you go through the same turn, the bike must lean more in order to make that same turn. So for example, I'm doing 2 parking spaces, right? This is a 16-foot U-turn. I'm gonna go really slow, right? If I'm going only 4 miles per hour, the bike has no lean angle. Look at, there's no way I can make a 16-foot turn. I'm just going too slow. The bike is not leaned, it's straight up and down. And you will see so many riders do this. They're going so slow, and they're only trying to use their handlebars to make the turn, and it simply ain't gonna work. Not even for this bike with handlebars that turn forever. You have to go faster and lean the bike. Lean angle is king. You got to lean this thing over. But once I get up a little bit of speed, I make the bike lean more, I can make this 16-foot U-turn no problem. Look at. See right there, I'm going 8 miles per hour, double the miles per hour I was doing before at 4. So you have to go a little bit quicker speed, make the bike lean a little bit more. That is absolutely number 1. Lean angle is king for all low speed turns. You got to lean the bike, go faster, lean the bike. Number 2, I want you to look behind you. Look. My eyes are way the hell all the way over there to the other parking spaces when I'm halfway through this one. So right here, I'm looking all the way over there already. Look at that. Look behind you. Look further. Try to look at your own license plate, like a dog chasing their tail, right? I'm not looking 2 feet in front of my front tire. The camera is even looking. You could tell the camera is where it's looking, but my eyes are even looking further than that. I'm trying to look at my own license plate, like behind me. Once you get your head turning, point your nose, point your chin, try to look behind you. That bike will tighten up a whole lot more than it would if you're just looking straight down in front of the front tire. So get your eyes looking way more than what you think. Look 10 feet further than what you think, and it'll help out big time, I promise. Number 3, you need to stop babying this bike. Stop being so afraid to push on these bars and be a little bit more aggressive. You have to be a little bit more assertive with this bike. You gotta be like, rawr, like I want this bike to turn, like now. Like go, lean the bike, go. You gotta be a little bit more assertive. Don't just baby the thing, right? It's a motorcycle, you're not gonna hurt it. Come on, lean this bike, make it go, look at. Make this bike weave. You're doing my weaves, right? Bam, bam, bam. You're practicing swerving. Get the bike to lean over, push on these bars, make the bike lean. You have to be a little bit more assertive. So many times I meet up with people and we're practicing slow speed stuff, and they're just going like this. They're going way too slow. They're like, oh, they're looking straight down. They're making multiple adjustments like with the handlebars, and oh, I don't know, and they put their foot down, and they're just so afraid of the bike. Number 1, the bike is probably too big for you if you're that afraid of it. And number 2, the bike is controlling you. You control the bike. Make this bike do what you want. Like, bro, you're gonna lean now. You're gonna go over here, you're gonna accelerate, you're gonna stop, you're gonna turn, you're gonna go back that way, you're gonna go, you're gonna stop, you're gonna do whatever I want you to do because I'm in charge. So be assertive, take control of this damn bike and make the bike your friend. Number 4, do not rely on the rear brake. I highly suggest not even using the rear brake. Not until you could do white and blue belt out of my MotoJitsu drills, no rear brake. People get too dependent on the rear brake like it's the most important damn thing in the world. I know there's a bunch of motor cops that say rear brake until they're blue in the face. Got it. It's just a tool. But if you take away the rear brake and all of a sudden you suck, well, obviously you're not that damn good. All you need is clutch and throttle. That's it. Clutch, throttle, clutch, throttle. All the motor cops are taught first clutch and throttle because they understand you have to build the foundation first before you start adding more tools. Otherwise, you're just building a castle in the sand, right? Clutch and throttle, clutch and throttle. And if you don't have a clutch because you have a scooter or a DCT bike, okay, then all you need is throttle. Look at, no clutch. I'm still gonna do U-turns. I'm still gonna make the bike do what I want it to do. Only throttle control, perfectly fine. got it. One-handed, sure, no problem. Lean the bike. Go, 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 go. Circles, circles, circles. I want you to do weave one-handed perfectly. Weave, weave, weave. I don't care. DCT, scooter, normal bike, Harley, adventure bike, supermoto, sport bike, I don't care. Clutch and throttle only, people. Until you could do white and blue belt out of my MotoJitsu drills, no rear brake for you. And then once you do add the rear brake, it will definitely elevate your skill, because now you can control the bike in the middle of the turn. You can start to do some cool stuff like pausing and braking, dragging the rear brake, raising the RPM, a lot of cool stuff. But that all comes later, after you build the fundamentals. So no rear brake for a while. And number 5, the bike needs to be leaning more than you. See, I'm pretty much on top of the bike and the bike is leaning. I'm not staying neutral with the bike, or I'm definitely not leaning to the inside at super slow speeds. Like, this is ridiculous right now. Right? That doesn't make any sense. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. So you pretty much stay upright. I don't care about, just forget about the term counterbalancing, whatever. This is all I want you to think about. I want the bike to lean more than me. That's it. So I'm going to be upright. I'm going to try to stay upright. I'm just going to lean the bike under me. Like, watch when I go right. My right hand, my right arm is straight, my left arm is bent. Look at, there I am, there the camera. My head is way over here by the mirror. I'm way to the outside of the bike. That's what it looks like. But what I'm actually doing, if you took a picture of me, that's what you would see. It looks like I'm purposely trying to go to the outside. I'm not. All I'm doing is making the bike lean more than me, and I'm just trying to stay on top of it. That's all I want you to think about. I just want you to stay on top of the bike. If the bike falls directly on its side, you should still be standing on top of the damn thing. Just be on top of the bike. The bike needs to lean more than you. Just another quick little tidbit. As you can see right now, I did not jump off the bike. I did not have any cones. I didn't measure anything out. I'm simply here at a parking lot, just doing some figure eights, doing some U-turns, practicing some braking and playing around. And this is all I recommend doing a couple times a week. Just play around. Just play around, do some circles, do some figure eights, do whatever, do some braking, right? You don't have to set up cones, you don't have to have any of that stuff. Just go play around. And then after about 15 minutes, take off, because the bike will get hot, you'll get hot. Right now I'm sweating, it's 84 degrees outside, pure sunshine, right? Now it's my time to leave, no problem. You don't have to do anything. So there's no excuse. If you don't have a parking lot, that's fine. Go to a dead-end road, go to a cul-de-sac, go in front of your own house at 5 in the morning when there's no cars. I don't care about your excuses. There's always a church, there's always a DMV. Every single DMV is closed on the weekends. Every single DMV is closed after 5 p.m. There's some kind of place somewhere where all you need is a little bit of space to do some figure eights and U-turns, some braking, and just kind of play around with the bike. You don't need to have a dedicated perfect spot. There's no such thing as a dedicated perfect spot. Even the road you're on, the cul-de-sac you're on, could be full of gravel. That's fine. You can still do U-turns and whatever else on the gravel road, right? You're going less than 15 miles per hour. It's not that big of a deal. So as a quick recap, I want you to go quicker. Make that bike lean a whole lot more. Look behind you. Get your eyes working for you. Try to look at your own license plate. It's going to help tighten up your turns big time, right? Number 3, be assertive with the damn handlebars. Stop being such a baby. Push the bars. Make the bike do what you want. Do not rely on the rear brake. This is the next fix. Don't rely on the rear brake. If anybody tells you you have to use the rear brake to make all these turns, they are limited in their knowledge and their skill, because they are too dependent on something that's not actually necessary. Adding a little bit of rear brake is just icing. It's a very thin, small, little percentage part of the overall skill of the wedding cake, which is clutch and throttle. So clutch and throttle only for a while. Get good at that, then add the rear brake, and you'll be so much better. I guarantee it. And last, make sure the bike leans more than you. You do not want to be neutral with the bike going with the bike. It should look like you're trying to go to the outside of the motorcycle, but in reality, all you're really doing is making the bike lean way more than you. You try to stay on top of the bike. No matter what is going on, you try to be on top of the motorcycle. That's what I want you to do. If you do these 5 things, get out there and practice consistently, you will be a master at U-turns in no time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to the channel, and talk to you guys later.